Video bites from ulearn.photography. Here's our principal, Simon Q. Walden.
Hi and welcome to today's video bite, where I'm going to be talking about painting girls. Yes, literally painting girls actually. Here's a couple of pictures, lovely, squarely painty mess, terrific stuff. Good fun to do, and actually your model's probably going to have a good giggle about it as well. And the pictures kind of speak for themselves about what's going on, but I want to just give you some tips about how to best manage this kind of process. The first thing you must do is test the colour on yourself. And I don't just mean dab it on, wipe it off, are you clean? You've got to keep it on for at least an hour and then wash it off just to make sure it does not stain. And even finger paints, sold for children to get all messy with, they will stain too, stain the skin. Actually better than to not try it on your hand, but try it on a softer piece of skin, like the soft skin inside the forearm or something like that. Because if you leave a stain on that model and she's supposed to be working with somebody else the next day, you could be screwing, both her job and his all in one go. I use squirty poster paints from children's paints, in effect. You can, of course, use proper body paints, although they're more for brushing on rather than giving you that kind of very wet, messy look. And I've also used food colouring in yogurt. Again, though, with the food colouring, you've really got to do the stain test. It's obviously going to make a mess of your studio, of your floors, of your bathroom, of your shower, etc. So, be prepared. You're going to have to do some clean-up work here. I mostly use, when I'm shooting this, I'll shoot on a plastic sheet laid out on the floor. Of course, that's only good if you can somehow either incorporate that into the shot or avoid shooting it altogether. Before they're allowed to leave, the model is allowed to walk off of whatever they're standing on. They have to completely clean their feet on using baby wipes. And then I'll send them off to the shower. You have to have a shower. You they can't get clean just using a kitchen sink or something. It has to be a shower. And once they've done that, you're probably going to have to go in and give the shower a good clean round, because again, if you leave those paints on over a day or two, then they will stain into the grout, if not into the tile itself. The other thing to say is, in terms of posing, you want to avoid the model making any skin contact, because that tends to smudge all the paints together. And as soon as that happens, then you tend to end up with a bit of brown gunk rather than those really kind of fascinating primary colours. And don't forget, it's all going to be a bit more random than controlled. Try as hard as you can to control this process. Build it up in layers, go bit by bit, but you have to recognise that these paint blobs are going to run, they're going to fly, they're going to drip, they're going to do their own thing. They are inherently chaotic, if you like. So it is a random process, and trying to go in with a very fixed vision of what you want is going to be tough. So go in with a pre-visualization and an idea and try and work towards it, but go with the flow and be prepared to improvise if you need to.
Subscribe now for regular tips and updates. To find out more, go to ulearn.photography.